friends, welcome back to Kim Pins and welcome to our first ever cooking vlog. I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you that I really love. This is essentially a braised chicken recipe, but I've put a twist on it to make it a chicken pasta recipe. Braised chicken, essentially you take I do it with chicken thighs, and we're doing it with chicken thighs today. But you take any chicken piece with skin on it, I suppose. Varied cooking times depending on if you have bone in, not bone in. But you take that, you sear it off to make a nice crispy skin. Then you put it in an oven safe pan, fill it up halfway with liquid, so you want half the chicken covered with liquid. And then you bake it in the oven for the rest of the time. So with those basics, you can do a lot within that recipe. So today we have tomatoes, onion, garlic. I've got crushed tomato and then a can of tomato sauce that I'm hoping will be enough liquid for us, but if I need more liquid to cover the chicken halfway, I will throw in some chicken broth. I also have my chicken thighs already prepped. Very important, you want your chicken thighs dried with a paper towel. If you try to put your chicken in the pan when it's wet with that oil, it's gonna actually steam and not crisp up your skin. And I also have salt and pepper. I don't know any recipe where you don't cook with salt and pepper, so olive oil, and then I use McCormick Perfect Pinch Italian seasoning that just has a mix of a bunch of different Italian seasons. I'm going a lot off what I already had. I had the chicken in my freezer. I just went and grabbed some tomatoes, and I had everything else. So if I were going to the store to shop this, I'd probably get some fresh seasoning or whatever, but I'm just gonna throw this in. So we are gonna start. I've already chopped my garlic, actually put it through the garlic press, so we're gonna start by just chopping our tomatoes and onions. Okay, we've got onions and tomatoes chopped. I just did a rough chop on the tomatoes, and then I cut the onions in little smiley faces, so I can have some nice big onion pieces in my sauce. What I am going to do now is I'm going to sear off the chicken. So I need to heat up some oil in my cast iron skillet. While that heats up, I'm going to salt, pepper, and season with my Italian seasoning my chicken thighs here. And now we wait for our oil to get hot. Okay, we've got hot oil. On the chicken goes. You're gonna let this cook about 3 to 4 minutes per side. And don't forget to season the other side of your chicken. Also, use these screen things because they'll help save your cooktop. But I always forget. Okay, we're gonna take this chicken off. And we're gonna just throw our veggies in here to do a quick cook. I should say starting to cook those. And the liquid from the tomatoes will help deglaze the bottom of your pan and get all that chicken up from the bottom, all the brown bits. So then I'm going to season this. Now, if you like a little spice to your spaghetti sauce, more power to you. I would recommend throwing in some crushed red pepper with your sauce to give it a little bit of spice. And I like a bigger onion in this particular recipe, but if you wanted a smaller one, feel free to dice that. And kind of towards the end of this step, about now, is when I'm gonna add the garlic. You do not want to burn your garlic. Burnt garlic does not taste good. And it's pretty easy to burn. I have quite a bit of garlic here. I think I did something like, I don't know, 6 or 7 cloves, maybe 8. You can see back here, we have a lot of garlic because we use every plate, and every time you need 2 cloves of garlic for a recipe from every plate, they send you a whole bulb of garlic. So this household, at least as long as we are subscribed to every plate, will never have a shortage of garlic. Okay, now that this is cooked down a little bit, I'm gonna add my chicken back in. I'm gonna turn the burner off. Don't need it anymore. Just gonna nestle those in. Very important, you do not want to get the skin of your chicken wet. Keeping it dry is what's gonna help it be nice and crispy in the oven. I always add back the juice, that's all flavor. Just give it a little shimmy in with our sauce. And looks like I'm only gonna need a can of crushed. It's actually getting a little bit high on the liquid mark in here. So I'm not actually even gonna use this whole can because that's all the liquid I really want. Now you need to season the tomato that we just put in there. Give it a little bit of a stir. Again, not getting that chicken skin wet. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the oven. You can see I have it preheated to 425. I'm gonna let that bake for 40, 45 minutes. If you're ever unsure if your chicken is done, just temp it. And while that bakes, I'm gonna just cook off some normal pasta, and I'm gonna throw in some breadsticks to this meal as well, because I have those in the freezer. So I will see y'all back for the finished product. And here it is out of the oven. Ta-da! You can see how crispy the top is, and I hope y'all can hear that on the video. It's nice and crispy up top. So I'm going to plate this with my pasta, and oh, I gotta take my breadsticks out. Okay, we got breadsticks, we got chicken, and now we plate. Okay, and there we are, plated and ready to go. You can see where I poked my breadstick there for Jordan. You can also serve this. You can take it off the bone and then put it on the plate, because that's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna make Jordan do it himself. So we are ready to eat. I hope you enjoyed this cooking vlog with me, and if you want to see more, let me know. If you want to see other recipes, or if you have recipes that you want me to try, comment below, link them below. I would love to hear from you. If you like this video, like this video. If you didn't like this video, like this video. And again, comment below. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.